Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final round of the Grand Arena. This is a 5v5 Grand Arena, and before we move over to the final board, let me give a quick overview of what happened in the first couple of rounds, just for those who haven't seen the other videos that I've uploaded. The very first round of this Grand Arena, I was faced with a pretty good opponent, Guy Buttersnaps. I one-shot all of his defenses, and he in turn one-shot all of my defenses as well. So I had set some pretty tough standard defenses, Evox, EP in the front, along with the Scoundrels in the front, both Karth as well as uh, the Kira teams, and he one shot all of them. At the back, I had some tough teams, my crew and bounty hunter teams, which are really extremely fast, 300 speed, all standard teams, but everything was one shot. He just could not defeat my Revan. His Revan, I believe, was on offense. He had kept his Revan on offense, but he probably must have used it against some other team, or he must have realized that even if he defeated my Revan with full 60 points, he would have been 4 points short of victory. So probably because of that, he did not attempt this particular win. So that was the very first match. In the second match that I had, I decided to. The opponent was slightly weaker than mine, and I decided to try out a experimental team um, on defense. So what I did was I tried out Kenobi Scoundrel hybrid team. I tried out a dot-based Vader lead team. And then below, I had tried out a Rex Wampa 1000 team, something that I used to run in Arena a long time back, and a Boss Scoundrel Bounty Hunter team. This is also a hybrid team between Scoundrels and Bounty Hunters, which was something that I was trying out for the first time. Now, both these teams were one shot, and my opponent got 58 and 59 points on each of these. So I was a little concerned and wanted to know exactly how he beat those teams. So I reached out to my opponent on chat to find out how he did on the teams. And when I asked him, he told me that he used his CLS Rebels on the Scoundrels and the Triumvirate on the Rex team. So he said that he was basically just going to lose, so he decided to just go ahead and do some quests. So that was a little heartening to know. I mean, it wasn't really uh, he one-shotted using some really good meta teams, and in a regular offensive match, those kind of meta teams would not be used against Rex and Bosk. So yeah, so what I decided to do was for the next matchup, I decided to try out the same defensive lineup again, just to see how well it holds. So what I did was again on the final of the Grand Arena matchup, I decided to set the same defense up front, which is uh, which is those same four teams that I had before. But at the back, I made a few changes. Instead of my Bastilla team, I decided to keep a droid team with Grievous in there. And I deliberately kept weak droids in there because my Grievous has a Zeta on his unique, which means that anytime a droid dies, Grievous gets to go again. And because he's under HK lead, uh, he he'll get to go twice because the first time he's going to use his AoE, hopefully crit a couple of times, get 100% turn meter again, and then use his Skittering Horror special and hopefully one shot one of my opponents. So he's got four chances to do that because there are four droids which can potentially die. And if they try to target down General Grievous over here, it's going to fall below 100% health, and one of the other droids starts tanking. So I want to try this team out. I used typically in the past couple of matches, I've been using General Grievous on offense, but I end up losing a few points in protection just because the droids almost never end up with full health and full protection because they take damage every time Grievous takes a turn. So I decided to keep them on defense, and hope that they take out some enemy protection and health. My Evox also I decided to keep on defense. I actually lost with my Evox on offense last time when I tried them with C3PO against a crew team. So I wasn't too happy with that and decided to give them a timeout this time and keep them on defense. They're still a tough team. Paplu is pretty fast, and he has a Zeta. He's an effective 223 speed, which is 278 after his 25% turn meter bonus. So it's not an easy team to take out in any case. And being at the back, I think it'll definitely provide some problems. And then over here, I just kept a Kira Nest team along with a few other scoundrels. I just wish my Stormtrooper Han was a little more geared. That would have made this team tougher. But we have a Reviver, we have a fast Dazer, and just Kira and Nest alone, they can be quite troublesome, and they might sometimes require a second team to take out. So that's the defense that I set this time. And one thing you notice is on setting this defense, I have kept all my offensive teams with me, all my major offensive teams. I've kept Revan, I've kept Treya, I've kept CLS, I've kept JTR, and my other B teams like the Troopers, EP, Zeta Finn, those kind of teams I've also kept on offense. But my four main offensive teams, CLS, Reventria, and JTR, I've kept on offense, and that should hopefully be able to handle anything that my opponent throws at me. So this strategy that I'm going for right now is a highly offensive and efficiency oriented strategy, and and the reason I'm doing this is because my opponent has me very much out geared. So let me just show you his roster. He's at 4.079 million GP, and he has about I believe about 80, 70 or 80 G12s, and which is about 20 more than what I have. So he's definitely outgeared me over there. Um, in terms of Zetas, I've got slightly more Zetas than him. I think I've got three or four more Zetas than him. But in terms of mods, I my mods are slightly better than him. I have got slightly better speeds. But so it's more or less an even match with him outgearing me and me outmodding him. Let me just show you briefly all his major factions. He's got full gold bounty hunters. I've mostly got G11. A couple of them are G12 for me, but most of them are G9 to G11. He's got full gold bounty hunters, including Django Fett. So that's one of the teams he has on defense. He's got a lovely Empire team with a really good Imperial Trooper team as well. So I have a feeling my Ewok team will probably is going to get taken out by this gold Imperial Trooper team. But yeah, what the hell? Let's see what else he has. Um, he also has, so that's the rest of his Empire team. Pretty fast, pretty decent, and Zetas everywhere. His Ewok team is fully gold as well, with the Zeta on Chirpa. Except for Ewok Elder, everyone else is gold. For me, it's the other way around. My Ewok Elder is gold, and the others are all G9 to G11. His first order team is also pretty great. Four of them are G12 with a couple of good Zetas. He doesn't have first order Stormtrooper, so he might keep the others on defense. And then his Geonosians are pretty well geared as well, so I guess he must have done that for fleet. And if I look at his Jedi, he's got all the major characters that I have. He's got Jolie, Bastila, Revan, fully Zetard, Hermit Yoda as well, G12, Paris Zetard. And if I look at his Phoenix is fully Zetard as well and gold. And my Phoenix are just G9 to G10, except for Ezra, who is G12 with a Zeta for me. The rest of my Phoenix are just G9 to G11. Um, Night Sisters, I've got similar Night Sisters to him. My Night Sister Spirit is actually G12 as well. So that's one advantage I have. Otherwise, his Night Sister team is pretty decent as well. And in terms of Rebels, he's got the same things that I have. He also has C3PO G12 with a Zeta, and I don't have that. But otherwise, his Rebel team is also looking pretty good. Jin Zeta, Cassian Zeta. So if I look at this Rogue One team, that's fully gold as well, and that's another place where I'm lacking a bit. Resistance, his team is probably pretty similar to mine, And one place where I do have the advantage is the scoundrel side. Now, bounty hunters, he's got a better bounty hunters than me, and he's got gold Zalbar and mission with the Zeta as well. But if you look at his Kira is not gear at all. Neither is his L3 geared or young Lando or young Han. So I've got the prepared team fully gold and Zeta, so that's where I have one advantage. In addition, if you look at his old Republic team, he does have the Karth team ready to go though. Karth, Bastila, Zalbar, Mission, Canderous, all of these guys are G12. Canderous is G10, but it's perfectly serviceable. And finally his Sith. Now this is where I was pretty taken aback. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sith, and I've got about 10 Sith G12 with about 7 Zetas. This guy's got all of his Sith gold and with about 10 Zetas on them. He's got Maul Leader, Zetard, he's got both on Pal, both on Treya, even Bastila Shan Fallen, which is one of the worst Zetas in the game, but seems to have even that Zeta on there. Savage as well. So his Sith is really, really well developed. So he's obviously invested a lot in terms of gearing his characters. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. So that's the reason why I decided to play the efficiency game and be a little conservative in setting defenses. So it's not that I've set weak defenses. All of this stuff is experimental, but it's new things that he might not have faced before. So I'm hoping that he either overkills it or struggles a little bit on defense on this. Hopefully, one of these get a hold. And my goal will be, since I have all my offensive teams with me, my goal would be to just go in and one shot all of his team and hopefully try to get between 55 to 60 banners on each match. I'm trying to end everything with full health and maybe a couple of characters with full protection as well, just to put that added pressure on my opponent. All right. So what I'm going to do is I've got Bosk and Evox here, and I've got Phoenix and Crew. So what I'm going to do is I'm planning. I don't really know what he has in the back wall over here. He could have saved his Revan, Treya, CLS, any of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is those three teams of mine, Revan, Treya, and CLS, I'm going to keep them on offense for the back wall, just to make sure I have everything that I need. And I'm going to try to take out these four teams with with all my other offense. So let's tackle the top wall first. I think I will go in. This Phoenix team is Zetard, but I think I'm just going to go in with my trooper team and see how that goes. My trooper should outspeed him. Yeah, so this is the standard tankless trooper team. Hopefully I should be able to take out some of his weaker characters. All right, let's me focus on Sabine. Okay, okay, Sabine is gone. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay, there will be a little protection loss, but I'm thinking by the end of it, I should recover all the protection back. That's another reason I wanted to go with the troopers, because I wanted to end with full 60 protection, full 60 banners. And it looks like I was successful in doing that. So troopers are a great team for that, and definitely one of the if you see any weak teams out there like Ewoks or weak Night Sisters or a team like this, troopers are a sure shot way of getting 60 banners. So glad that worked out. Let's uh, let's attack his crew team. So even though his crew is let me see what the speed on his first order officer is. He's got defense set on it and health set. 233, so it's 263 speed after crew lead. Um, and he's got Barris as well. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to go in with a JTR team, apply some healing immunity, resistance. And let's see. I'm not taking C3PO against crew. Not making that mistake again. I don't mind some days. That might be useful. All right, let's take care of this. Okay, apply days there. And let's target the first order officer. Okay, so he's gone. Let's see if I can stun him. Okay. Now let's go after this guy, the first order executioner. And let me see if I can land some days. All right, days has landed. Let me clear this and land some days there. Okay. All right, first order executioner is gone. Let me clear these debuffs over here and see if I can land a stun. There we go. Let's see if I can finish off Barris first. Okay, Illuminated Destiny. Reduce turn meter. Maybe reduce turn meter over here. Once Barris goes, the others will fall pretty easily. They'll get much softer. Let's finish off crew. All right, hopefully we should finish with full health and full protection here as well. All right, let's... Holder might not have full protection. No, she ended up with full. So 60 banners here too. Excellent. Now let's see what's behind. Okay, and behind this wall, I have a Night Sister team. Excellent. That's a pretty good one with a decent nest as well. And I have a Karth lead team. So he's got Karth, Mission, Zalbar, and he has 2 Jedi with them. And there's no dot synergy, although one of them is a tank, taunting tank. Mace technically is a tank, but it doesn't taunt. But okay, so it's not too tough. It's not a Revan. I still have my Revan, Treya, and CLS reserved for these teams. But let me go down, clear off the Bosk and Evox team, and see what else he has at the back. Now for the Evox team, let's see. How fast is a C3PO? 235. So with the 20 speed bonus, 255. I could try... How fast is this Paplu? 158 plus 25%, less than 200. And there's no Ewok Elder in there. Okay, let me try going it with my EP team. And let's hope some stuns work. I don't have Vader. Oh. Let's see what else I have on offense. I have a... My EP team is not completely full. So what else can I use? I have my crew. I have my... All right, let me see if I can go with this team. It is an EP team, and I've substituted Vader with Dooku and Darth Maul. We should be able to apply days, and I think this should work. Let's see. They were faster. Hmm. This is not going well. And I don't have a dispeller as well. I should probably use my crew on this one. Goldilocks. They screwed me in the last GA and in this GA as well. All right, I'm going to exit out from here. Lost one battle, which was not really good. Let me finish these guys with a crew first. I'm going to go with my standard first order team. Okay. Stun here. Some turn meter to everyone. And let's start working on Greedo. Okay, so he's gone. Now let's get rid of Django. Ooh, first order officer was executed. He was a little weak, but all right. Let's get rid of Django. Hopefully this should do it. Okay, now let's start working on Boba. All right, Boba is gone. Let's see if we can land a stun here. Give some turn meter. And stun him again. All right. These guys are a perfect counter to bounty hunters. Trying to see if I can at least regain some protection back on first order stormtrooper. I could have probably four-manned this battle. And gotten the extra points, but yeah, that loss to Evox, that stung me more than anything else. Because I lost 15 points again. 57 banners. All right. What do we have on top again? All right, Karth and Night Sisters. Okay. What can we take in against this team? I don't think my Poe is fast enough. Asajj, my Night Sisters also aren't good enough. 3 teams. I need to take out 4 teams, and I have Revan, CLS, Treya, Finn, and Night Sisters left. Can I use Finn against Karth? Probably not. No, we've got Mission and Zalbar in there. I need to use something heavy for that. Night Sisters, I'll probably use Treya. So either CLS or Revan for this one. Hmm. All right, let me just use my, let's see what rebels I have. Let's see what other characters I have over here. I might have to split my Sith. I have my Thrawn, so maybe what I can do is go Basti lead with some Jedi against against these guys. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see what Jedi I have. I should be able to split my Jedi into 2 teams, I think. Got Revan, Jolee, Grandmaster Yoda. I need someone to dispel and land Daze. We don't have any Dazers with the Jedi. Let me see over here. Daze characters. So none of my Daze characters are available. I do have my C3PO available. Maybe I just send these guys in with Thrawn. All right, I think I have enough characters, so I should be able to use this team to take it out. Okay, who do we get rid of first? Logray or Wicket? Yeah, I don't have Daze, so I need to get rid of Wicket, otherwise he's going to end up giving a lot of turn meter to everyone. Then Logray. This was probably overkill, but I already lost one. And I'm hoping I don't lose any more. Just hope there's nothing too bad behind that wall. Okay. 40 banners. That should have been 60. All right. So I lost about 15 to 20 banners unnecessarily out there. Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, that's not too bad. And he's got only 3 Jedi with him. All right, so I should be able to, let me go ahead and take out this team with my Sith trio. And now at this point of time, I'm trying to get as many points as I can. So I'm just going to end up using an under a small party team, just a Sith trio against Night Sisters with Nest. This should do the job, and I think I should get around 58 to 59 points, if not the full 60. So this battle takes a while, but should be pretty straightforward. We'll probably lose protection on all of these. First thing I gotta do is get exhaust zombies revives. Okay. Annihilate is ready, just waiting for the taunt to disappear. And I think the 2 revives are done, so let me get rid of Zardak. I'll probably revive. So that's the reason why you need to get rid of Asajj first, because she starts one-shotting people left and right with once she's developed um, all those deaths happen, she starts hitting pretty powerfully. So she's the most important one to go away. Okay, now I can safely isolate zombie and not fear any other deaths. That gets rid of Daka, and then we get rid of Talzin, and then we can safely take care of zombie and nest. Okay, bye bye zombie. All right, 59. Okay, 59 banners here as well. Now, what did I want to use for this one? I have my CLS team left, and I have my Revan team left. Okay. Let's see. I'll probably use CLS for this one, and then go undermanned for the Revan team down below. All right. So let's go Rebels. Hmm. All right. I don't want to take an undersized party here. Never underestimate Mission in Zalbar. Okay. So what I'm planning to do is I wanted to trigger Zalbar's taunt and retributions by getting mission below 100% health, so that I can dispel it and apply buff immunity. And then get rid of mission and start working on Karth. Karth is gone. Let's land a stun here. So see, that's perfectly safe. He has buff immunity, so he's completely harmless. Let's finish off Mace before we attack this guy. Hopefully we should end up with full health and full protection. There we go, 60 banners. All right, just this team left. Chase, And Jedi. Okay, there's not much damage over here. I think I can just go in with these three and should be enough. All right. Who's the biggest threat out here? Hmm. Well, let me get rid of this guy. And then let me see if I can get rid of Baze. Man, Yoda's damage is through the roof. All right, so that was pretty simple. 61 banners. Still not enough to make up for that one loss. That was a silly move, taking in EP, who's so susceptible to daze, taking him in against Evox, that two gold Evox. Oh man, this Evox and C3PO. I got screwed with them in the last match and this match as well. So I made 1717 points. So that's actually not too bad. I mean, even after losing one team, managed to make 1717 points. So that means I would have been closer to 1730 or 1735 if I had won that match in the first attempt. So for 1717, let's see how many banners on average my opponent needs to beat me. So he needs 1718 to beat me. And there are three zones of 180 points, one zone of 150 points. So assuming he clears everything, he would need to get 1028 points with the well, that's including the 630 defense. So that minus 630 defense, he would need to get 630. He would need to get 398 points with seven teams. That means he needs to get 57 banners per match, which I think is doable. So even if he one-shots all of my teams, he needs to do it with 57 banners or more per team to uh, to beat me, to beat the score of 1717. Which I think I should be able to manage. I'm hoping at least one of these teams trips him up, and that should do the job. All right. So before I end, what I wanted to do is just go through my defenses and talk a little bit about what I would do if I was facing this defense, because these are all trick teams, and I if I face something like this, I need to think about how I want to counter these with an offense that I already have. So for the first team, GK Barris, Hermit Yoda, and got Mission and Zalbar. Now that team is a tough one because you've got a lot of foresight there, a lot of healing, and you've got a couple of tanks, both of them auto taunters. Plus, you've got Mission who goes into stealth and Hermit Yoda who goes into stealth. So not very easy to reach. You've got two layers of protection there. You've got two taunters and you've got two people who go into stealth and keep calling assists. So that team needs to be dazed, but you've got again three or four cleansers, so Daze is not going to stick around for much. So I would probably use a Treya team on that and isolate either Zalbar so that Mission can't assist, or um, or maybe an EP team with a really fast Vader. Get the turn meter train rolling and start Culling Blade, using Culling Blade on some of these most dangerous characters. I'm not sure if that would work, but we could try that. JTR was always a very effective counter against GK Barris teams in the past before Mission and Zalbar came out. So JTR could potentially also work out here. Healing immunity is a great asset to have, especially locked healing immunity against Barris teams, um, and that would help take care of um, GK and Barris and Zalbar. Plus, if you've got Holdo in that team, then you should be able to daze everyone. And if Mission is dazed and not cleansed, then that would buy you some time. So I think that's what I would use against that team. Now against the EP team, EP and the dot based team, it's uh, it's a pretty standard. Any standard tenacity based team should work pretty well. Bastila or Bosk, any team which has inbuilt tenacity. Maybe even a Kira Let's Scoundrel team could work since most of the characters there are quite tenacious. I mean, L3, Zalbar in that team. But I don't think a Rex team would work in this just because if Vader is faster than Rex and manages to land those dots are not going to go away. And Rex team, even though they'll get a lot of turn meter, they probably might perish under those dots. So I would go with a naturally tenacity heavy team, um, like yeah, like Basti. I think Basti would be most effective against this team. All right, let's see how I would counter my other teams. Rex Wampa. All right, so like I mentioned, I ran this team for the longest time in the arena. Um, one weak point of this team is heals. You do have one healer in the team, sure, but this team, especially Wampa and Rex, can die pretty fast if you plague them. So I might just take my Night Sister team against that. Night Sisters are susceptible to AoEs, and both Talzin and Wampa have AoEs, pretty powerful AoEs. But I think if you stun Wampa enough and are able to control him, this should be fine. Another advantage that a Night Sister team has against these guys is Rex is going to apply Tenacity up quite a lot. So Zombie has Tenacity down on basic, which is irresistible. So that will go through even the Tenacity up that Rex puts up. And you should be able to apply your debuffs like Stun and uh, and Plague and all of that other stuff. So I would probably use a Night Sister team against that. Against the Bosk Scoundrel team. Now this one is again a little tricky because you've got three Taunters. But if you're not using anything better, then CLS will work just fine with this. It's pure offense. It's going to do the job. And if I look at my opponent, he has left all his main teams on offense. He's got Treya, he's got Revan, CLS, JTR. So he had the same idea as me. He ended up saving all his best teams on offense, hoping to play the efficiency game. So I'm just hoping that he takes more than he takes less than 57 banners per match. That's the only way I'm going to win. If he ends up getting more than that on average, then it's probably going to be a loss for me. But hopefully he gets tripped up on a few of these teams and I manage to steal a win. All right, so I think that's about it for this session. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will update you later in the comments below on what the final outcome of this match was, whether I won or whether I lost. I have a feeling that I'm going to get cleared, but it's probably going to be a little close on how he does on this match. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.